Hello and welcome to KPS News. Term 5, Week 2. Term 4, Week 2. 2021. I'm Rika.
And I'm Nico.
First up on the show, we would like to introduce our first crew for Term 4.
First we have Azura, who looks after our guests.
Next we have Tyler, is checking our live feed.
Our computer technician is Caleb.
Sitting beside him is Ayush, looking after our background monitor and the studio sound.
Michaela is directing the whole show.
And finally, manning our teleprompter is Amelia.
Thanks for the job you're doing. And sound, so good.
For our first class item, we have a slideshow from room 3 about their cheese and silver beet muffins.
Wow, well done.
Yeah, cut by.
Okay, for our next item, here's some fabulous gymnastics from room 3.
Great job.
That was amazing.
Next up, we have some recount writing from room 8.
Rainbow's End. I had made my decision. There was no turning back now. I quivered in fear as I got buckled into the stratosphere. I was petrified. Butterflies swirled around in my tummy. I was determined to do this. Are you sure, Sienna? Said Dad. I was silent, but before I could say anything, the stratosphere had started. It went higher and higher. Ah! I screamed. We spun up to the top in the sky. We went over a couple of times. When we got off, I felt wonderful, brave and proud. I chuckled with relief too. After that, we strolled to another ride. Troll Cave. I've taken the first step. There was no turning back now. Boom! The doors shut behind me as they shook the cave. I felt bones crunching under my feet as I crept closer. Suddenly, I stopped. I was frozen with fear as a humongous shadow stormed towards us. Then a wretched smell hit my nose like a lioness pouncing on its prey. Roar! A deafening sound threw me off my feet. I leapt up and ran. Then I felt something surge through me. It was a determined feeling, like I needed to finish off a mission. And before I knew it, I was racing back to the troll. I was so close to the troll I could hear his heart beating. I had overcome my fear. I shoved the troll back in its cage and strolled back to my family, victoriously. When we arrived at our hotel, Mum asked me, "Was that fun?" She didn't need to hear what I said. She could already tell the answer by the look on my face.
Impressive work, people. Okay, for our next item, we have a video from room 14 singing their colours into Dale.
Wow, that was magnificent.
Yeah, that was some great work.
Next up on the show, we have Luluma Rima's visit to Educare. Great job. That looks fun. Next up, we have part 1 of room 12 self-portraits. Here they are in black and white.
amazing.
Yeah, great work, you guys.
Next week, we'll look forward to seeing them all coloured in.
Okay, for our final item, we have some amazing writing from room 4.
No COVID. Eradicate COVID now. In 2020, COVID-19 hit and became serious. If we don't act now, all of humanity will disappear from existence. These are some of my ways to avoid COVID. First, I think we should be in lockdown during COVID-19 because we stick in our bubbles to prevent spreading our germs. This means we can't have any parties and gatherings. Second, you should wash and dry your hands thoroughly every day and sanitize to keep good hygiene and to stop the virus spreading. Try not to touch your eyes, nose, or mouth because you will get germs from your hands. Third, when you cough or sneeze, you should always do it in your arm or tissue. After you use a tissue, you should put it in the bin. Finally, you should do healthy things for your body, like exercising daily, sleeping at least 8 hours a day, and eating fresh, healthy foods. These little changes we can keep millions of people alive.
Great stuff, room 4.
Yeah, awesome work. Okay, now it's time for the brain teaser. Last week's brain teaser was, what do you get if you milk a cow after an earthquake?
The answer was
Milkshake.
Those who got it right were.
Sorry, so many people got it right, we are unable to name them all. This week's brain teaser is, turn me on my side and I am everything. Cut me in half and I am nothing. What am I?
If you think you know, put your answer in a container on the office counter.
Have a go. Who knows? You could be right. Now we have our 2 Mega Token super students.
This week's standout students are Liam from room 2, Nico from room 14, Jackson from room 12,
Cyrus from room 11 and Chloe from room 17. Congratulations from Fire Sally.
and Mr. Saul. We think you're all amazing students.
As well as the 2 Mega Tokens, we have our Cool Being Cool Classroom Award, and it goes to room 14,
Room 15 and room 16. This week, we would like to welcome the following new kids.
Finn from room 12. Remember, if you see them out in the playground, make sure you say hi to them. For our library reader of the week, it goes to Lucas. Okay, now it's time for the picture of the week.
Nice one, Caleb.
Now it's time for the YouTube feature.
Whoa, spooky.
Now it's time for this week's shout-outs.
My first shout out goes to Mrs. Trimmer for being such an awesome teacher.
My first shout-out goes to Mr. Johnson for maintaining our school. Thanks for the piles of grass clippings.
My second shout out goes to Maureen and Mrs. Patton for keeping our school community lively and healthy.
My second shout-out goes to Mrs. Kite for supplying us with many great books.
Well, that about wraps our show up for today.
Stay safe out there. Remember,
This is the one, the only news for you. Heidera, auf Wiedersehen, Annyeong, bye!